President Trump visiting the epicenter of the border crisis yesterday alongside Texas Governor Greg Abbott. He put the blame squarely on the Biden administration's policies for deterioration at the border.
All Biden had to do is go to the beach. If he would have just done nothing, we would have now the strongest border we've ever had. This wall would have been completed. Within 2 months, everything could have been completed. It would have been painted, not sitting there rotting and rusting. It would have been perfecto.
Joining me right now is Colorado Congresswoman and member of the House Freedom Caucus, Budget and Natural Resources Committees, Lauren Boebert. Congresswoman, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. You were there with President Trump at the border yesterday. What can you tell us about the trip?
Maria, every time I go down to the border, I just see how much of a crisis this truly is and how much of a humanitarian crisis this is. I went to the border with President Trump, unlike Kamala Harris, who only went to El Paso to refuel her jet on her way to California. I went to the border with President Trump to address the issues that are taking place. And Maria, what I saw at the border was absolutely devastating. I saw children walking to find Border Patrol agents so they can turn themselves in. Children who had been on this journey alone for weeks. Children who have found other children on their journey. Unaccompanied minors being found alone who have been abandoned and then apprehended by other children. It is absolutely devastating. Maria, as a mother of 4 boys, I cannot imagine sending any of my children on this journey in the hands of the cartel and at the risk of their own lives. This administration and their policies are encouraging this surge.
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary, actually, when you consider 6,000 people being delivered to the Texas border every day. And the decision on who comes and who doesn't come to America is right from the criminal cartels. I keep just saying this is astounding. It's the criminal cartels deciding who comes into America and who doesn't. And yet this administration is not seeing it that way. Obviously, if they were seeing it this way, Congresswoman, they would not have overturned all Trump's policies. What is it going to take to get the vice president and the president to understand this dangerous journey, this impact on American workers, and, of course, the impact on our people who are taking these drugs? 90,000 overdoses in the last year, largely due to fentanyl. The fentanyl is coming from the border, which is first being made in China.
Right. Maria, you are so correct on all of these issues. The cartel know everyone that is coming through the border. And the groups of people that I saw who are searching out Border Patrol agents, these aren't the criminal aliens that are crossing our border. The criminal aliens are a mile to the left and a mile to the right of where the Border Patrol agents are actually stationed. These folks are sent in by the cartel as decoys to stall our Border Patrol agents, to occupy them so the criminal aliens can cross with their drugs and even with human smuggling. There has been more fentanyl brought into the United States of America this year than ever before, enough to kill every American 4 times over.
Oh, my God. Congressman, real quick before you go, speaking of policy, what did you make of AOC and other Democrats basically saying it's the Republican fault that the police were defunded?
This is typical Democrats 101. They say something and then they put it on Republicans as though Republicans were the ones touting it all along. They have been shouting to defund our police for more than a year while we proudly stand with our brave men and women in blue.
Yes, I know that. Congresswoman, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you so much. Lauren Boebert.